Today we're walking through Joshua 12 to 15, a sweep of conquest and inheritance.
It reads like a ledger and a map, yet pulses with promise and responsibility.
Chapter 12 tallies the kings defeated east and west of the Jordan.
Eastward, we meet Sihon of Heshbon and Og of Bashan, the giant remnant.
Moses led those victories, allocating land to Reuben, Gad, and half Manasseh.
Westward, Joshua's list is longer, 31 kings from Jericho to Tirzah.
That list feels ceremonial, almost liturgical. One king, one repeated.
It's like an ancient spreadsheet of fulfillment, line items of God's faithfulness.
The geography runs from Baal Gad to Mount Halak, up towards Seir.
It covers hill country, lowland, Arabah, slopes, wilderness, and the south.
Importantly, the listing names peoples: Hittites, Amorites, Canaanites, Perizzites,
and Hivites and Jebusites, marking both ethnic and territorial realities.
Yet the narrative refuses triumphalism. Chapter 13 says more land remains.
Joshua is old, and God says, there is very much land yet to possess.
That's a sobering pivot. Victory recorded, mission still unfinished.
We hear of the 5 Philistine lords, from Gaza to Ekron.
Sidonian territories, Mearah to Aphek, Lebanon to Hamath, still pending.
God promises to drive them out, yet instructs allocation now.
Allocation becomes an act of faith, inheritance before full possession.
9 tribes and a half receive land west of the Jordan.
The Levites receive no territory. Offerings by fire are their inheritance.
That choice centers worship over land economics. Priestly vocation shapes identity.
We also notice that the Geshurites and Maacathites remain within Israel.
It's an honest note, not every border is perfectly secured.
There's a striking detail. Israel kills Balaam the soothsayer with the sword.
It ties back to Numbers, closing a subplot of misdirected counsel.
Chapter 14 shifts to process. Eleazar, Joshua, and tribal heads distribute.
Lots are cast, aligning human decision with divine sovereignty.
Then comes a highlight, Caleb's testimony from Kadesh Barnea.
40 years old then, 85 now, still strong for war.
He asked for the hill country, with Anakim and fortified cities.
That's bold. He chooses the rough terrain, not the easy valley.
He repeats the promise, if the Lord is with me, I'll drive them out.
Joshua blesses him, granting Hebron, formerly called Kiriath Arba.
Hebron becomes a symbol of fidelity rewarded and courage sustained.
And the land has rest from war, at least for a time.
Chapter 15 maps Judah's boundaries with remarkable specificity.
South border stretches to the wilderness of Zin, up Akrabim.
East is the Salt Sea to the Jordan's end. North details abound.
Names cascade: Beth Hoglah, Gilgal, On Regel, Valley of Hinnom.
It reaches springs of Nephtoah, cities of Mount Ephron, Kiriath Jearim.
Then westward to the Great Sea, coastline defining final goings out.
We get a narrative within the map. Caleb's campaign continues.
He drives out Shishai, Ahiman, and Talmai, sons of Anak.
Debir, once Kiriath Sefer, becomes the stage for a challenge.
Whoever takes it receives Achsah, Caleb's daughter, in marriage.
Othniel, Caleb's kinsman, captures it. Later, Israel's first judge emerges.
Achsah asks for springs, upper and lower, securing water in the south.
That request is practical wisdom. Land needs water to become inheritance.
Provision marries promise. Geography meets family dynamics and agency.
Then the city catalog unfurls: lowland, hill country, and wilderness.
Names are relentless, anchoring the story in real places and villages.
It reads like staking pegs, every settlement tied to tribal identity.
There's an honesty note again. Jebusites remain in Jerusalem.
That unresolved presence foreshadows later struggles in Davidic history.
So how do conquest lists serve listeners today?
They memorialize victory, define responsibility, and locate community.
And they remind us maps are moral documents, not just lines.
The East-West division is interesting. Moses allocates prior to crossing,
Reuben, Gad, and half Manasseh accept frontier stewardship there,
while 9.5 tribes received by lot within Canaan.
The process underscores communal consensus, priestly oversight, and fairness.
Even the refrain, one king, teaches patience and meticulous record-keeping.
Victory is accumulated, not sensational. It's steady, accountable progress.
Caleb's 85-year-old vigor challenges age stereotypes powerfully.
He sees risk as invitation, not obstacle. That's rare leadership.
Hebron's renaming signifies transformation, from giant lore to covenant legacy.
Names change when stories change. Geography becomes theology.
Achsah's springs offer a lovely domestic counterpoint to warfare.
She converts inheritance into sustainability, asking boldly and wisely.
Do you hear an already and not yet rhythm here?
Absolutely. Rest from war, yet enemies remain. Inheritance, yet possession pending.
And Levi's non-territorial inheritance reframes what security means.
Their portion is God and worship. Presence over land, service over borders.
The Jebusites' persistence tempers triumph with candor.
Scripture avoids neat endings, keeping history honest and complex.
The city lists can feel tedious, but they reward slow reading.
Each name is a flag planted, a community imagined, a future envisaged.
It's almost like reading a phone book of hope for a new nation.
And the borders teach stewardship. Boundaries frame vocation and responsibility.
Notice how waterlines, valleys, and ascents mark life and defense.
Geography shapes destiny. The story respects terrain as teacher.
What about God's command to allocate before full conquest?
It trains trust. Arrange life around promise, not around sight.
Joshua's age, paired with ongoing work, feels deeply human.
We're finite, but the mission continues. Leadership transitions matter.
The role of Eleazar shows spiritual oversight and civic processes.
Distribution isn't merely political, it's a priestly act of discernment.
The 31 kings emphasize breadth, not just headline battles.
Jericho and Ai are famous, but the lesser-known cities matter too.
One more thought. Balaam's fate warns against seductive counsel.
Alignment with God's purpose outlasts clever words and fragile alliances.
Caleb's wholeheartedness is a thread running through these chapters.
Wholeheartedness isn't loudness. It's consistent, courageous obedience.
And Achsah's initiative shows wholeheartedness can be tender and practical.
Together, they model courage and care, needed for lasting inheritance.
As we close, what questions should listeners carry forward?
Which yet-to-be-possessed areas in life still await faithful allocation?
And where do we need springs, resources, to make promises livable?
Joshua 12:15 invites us to record victories, admit gaps, and keep walking. If you have been blessed by this podcast, please like, subscribe, and share this with others. God bless.